By virtue of the powers vested in me as acting Vice-Chancellor, I constitute this gathering a congregation of the University of South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, we request you to join us in a silent prayer or meditation to give thanks for the achievements being celebrated on this occasion. Please take your seats. My esteemed colleagues, graduates, and your families and friends, I welcome you to this propitious occasion. It is an honor and a privilege to officiate the ceremony today. Malcolm Gladwell, author of Outliers, and David and Goliath, to name a few of his best-selling books, says, if you work hard enough and assert yourself, you can shape the world to your desires. That is exactly what you have done. Look around you. We are here today because you have worked hard and sacrificed to get here. You are going through a change, transitioning from student to graduate, changing gears and moving to your next phase, your next endeavor, and all the possibilities ahead of you. Savor this moment. It's for you, and it's all about you this morning. That is why we are here, to celebrate your achievements. Congratulations. Let's enjoy the ceremony. I will ask Professor Ngwenya to deliver the Chancellor's address.
Acting Vice-Chancellor, thank you. Madam Acting Vice-Chancellor, Ma'am Nakedi, Acting Deputy Registrar, Ms. Masalesa, graduates, diploma candidates, family members, guardians, friends, spouses, distinguished guests, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I am greatly humbled to deliver the Chancellor's address on this special occasion. May I take this opportunity to congratulate you on your tremendous achievements. To be awarded a degree, diploma or certificate at Unisa entails hard work. It is a dedicated endeavor. Your graduation this morning is testimony that you have mastered your studies and are now ready to put your newly acquired knowledge into application. You are graduating at a time when the economy of our country is showing very little growth. Both the South African Reserve Bank and Treasury has projected real GDP growth of 2.1% for this year, 2022, and 1.8% over the next 3 years. This projection is very low, as the country needs an annual growth of 5% plus to start creating the much needed jobs to significantly reduce the unemployment and eradicate poverty. The unemployment rate in the country is currently reported to be at 34.5%, according to the latest quota labor force survey for the first quarter of 2022. The youth aged 15 to 24 years are the most vulnerable in South Africa labor market, as the unemployment among this group is at 63%, and 42.1% for those aged 23 to 24 years. The unemployment rate of African women is reported to be at 40.6%, which is bad news, as the majority of African women are breadwinners. They've got to keep the family going. They've got to take children to school. They've got to do many tasks with this state of unemployment. You are graduating at a time where more than half of the population in our country, that is 50.5%, live in chronic poverty. That is more than 30.4 million people, according to the latest Stats SA report. And this is half of the 60 million estimated population in our country. Taking into consideration the high price of petrol, which has a ripple effect on the price of food and transport, paraffin that is largely used, especially in rural areas, the inflation rate of 6.5% as reported in May 2022 by the Reserve Bank, an increase in the repurchase rate of 75 basis points. It is not surprising that the majority of South African consumers are experiencing financial distress. Recent study conducted by FNB among its middle-class customers revealed that less than 6% of middle-income customers have sufficient emergency savings, and which means that approximately 94% middle-income customers have no or limited savings they can access within 7 days in case of an emergency. You know, emergency strikes at families now and then. Sickness, death, disaster. But according to this survey, 94% of middle-income customers cannot raise funds to face those emergencies within 7 days. The study further revealed that more than half of middle-income consumers spent their income in less than 5 days after receiving it. Uyahola namhlanje iviki liphela imali ayisekho ebhenki. Phelile. According to the Sanlam benchmarking survey on financial wellness, 73 professional middle-class South Africans experience financial distress. And this financial distress, ladies and gentlemen, has its ripple effect. It caused, socio-economic problems within the family, within the community, everywhere around us, because we find ourselves in unhappy families. It is for this reason that the Chancellor's address will focus on financial wellness, a topic that is given little attention, yet it is very important. Studies conducted by Sanlam reveal that only 6% of South African population will be financially independent by the time they reach retirement age. This also means that 94% of the population will depend on friends, relatives, or government social grant when they reach retirement age. According to SASSA, nearly 50% of South Africans rely on social grant. This is approximately 30 million South Africans, as we consider the current estimated 60.6 million of the South African population as at the end of June 2022. That is why, ladies and gentlemen, it is important to start planning earlier for retirement so that we don't become a burden to our children. We don't become a burden to our friends and relatives. We don't become a burden to the state. This can be done by searching for alternative ways to raise income in order to be financially independent. Another challenge that is facing most South Africans is debt. Data shows that South Africa's middle class have been some of the hardest hit since the beginning of COVID-19. Most motor cars have been repossessed. Most homes have been attached and sold at the market because they couldn't service those debts. South African household debt accounted to 41.6% of the country nominal GDP in December 2021, which reached 162.4 US dollars billions in December 2021. You convert that into rand at the current exchange rate of 16.45. You can realize that that is a huge amount that is owed. The World Bank report declared that South Africans are the world's biggest borrowers. We are always borrowing. Our income cannot meet our requirement. According to the South African Reserve Bank, household debt as percentage of disposable income was at 75% by July 2021. This means that out of each and every rand that we earn, 25 cents goes into servicing of debt. 75 cents goes into servicing of debt. We are only left with 25 cents to cater for our daily needs, to pay the rate and taxes, to pay for transport, to buy food, and many other commodities that we need for daily survival. Debt rescue identified the following 3 areas where outstanding debt is prevalent among South Africans. Personal loan, 94%. And when we talk about this 94%, we are excluding the loans that we make from Unisa microlenders. Credit cards, 84%. Some middle-class income people use one credit card to service the other one, and so swim deeper into debt. Store cards that we are invited to take at places like Edgar's, Fortune, etc. It's 76%. Now let us look at the concept of net worth. Net worth can be defined as the amount by which assets, what you own, exceed liabilities or your debt. Net worth is a concept applicable to individuals and businesses as a key measure of how much an entity is worth. Let's take an example. You've got 1,000 rand in your savings account. That's what you own. It becomes your asset. But you owe 200 rand. That's your liability. 1,000 rand subtract that 200 rand that you owe, leave you with 800 rand. So your net worth has dropped as a result of debt. We take again that 1,000 rand. Somehow you manage to save an extra 100 rand. Then your savings or your assets increase to 1,100. But you still have that debt of 200. 1,100 subtract 200, your net worth becomes 900. It has increased from 800 to 900. So we can see here that if you save more, your net worth increases because you are increasing your assets. In the same tone, with that 1,000 rand, instead of saving an extra 100 rand, you pay 100 rand to reduce your debt of 200 rand. 1,000 minus 100, then the net worth is 900. So here we can conclude that by increasing your savings and reducing your debts, the result is an increase in net worth. Let us take a look of an income statement using the layman language of an average person. The only income of an average person in most cases is salary or wages. You take out that salary or wages, no income. But you look at rich people, their income is salary, rental income, shares, etc. That is why most of the time you find them playing golf, because they've got a lot of income, dispensable income. If we look at the balance sheet or statement of financial position of an average person, we'll notice that apart from salary or wages, there are no assets. Assets are zero. The amount owed in the liability section is very huge. The majority of consumers or households still owe the mortgage bond of the house they live in. The car they drive belongs to the bank. The furniture and sometimes the clothes they wear belongs to Edgar's. It's not theirs because they still owe them. No assets, only liabilities. Perhaps sometimes if you take a look at a person who's unemployed, who does not have any assets, and also does not have any liabilities, you'll find that that person is living a better life because there are no worries of debt and people knocking at the door. When I was still a little boy, whenever we hear somebody knocking at the door, some elderly people will rush and hide themselves under the bed and tell them that, because it's tough. If you calculate, ladies and gentlemen, as you graduate this morning, my message is that avoid falling into a debt trap. If you are caught in a debt trap, try to liquidate your debt. Debt liquidation is preferable than debt consolidation, unless you are tied up with cash flow and you want some temporary relief. Try to accumulate as much assets as possible. Your wealth will be measured by the number of assets that you own. Compile a budget and stick to it. Your income and expenditure must balance. Save for the rainy days. Do not live from hand to mouth. It is recommended that you save at least 15% of your income. Save regularly. Save for retirement. You don't want to become a burden to your children or family members when you retire. It is recommended that your savings should cover your latest income of at least 6 months should you get retrenched from your job. In summary, to become financially independent, reduce your credits or your debts, live with the least amount of credit. In other words, don't spend what you do not have. Delay purchases or purchasing some item until you have saved enough. Lay by sometimes. Set financial goals. List out your short, medium, and long-term goals and structure your savings to meet your financial goals. Avoid spending on unnecessary items for short-term gratification. Start saving early. Starting saving early will see your money grow more as a result of compound interest. Studies have shown that postponing savings for retirement by 5 or 10 years could reduce your retirement income significantly. Save for emergencies. It is advisable to save at least 3 to 6 times your monthly salary. Emergencies comes without knocking. Just as much as you should focus on accumulating wealth. You need to protect your wealth by considering the following: a comprehensive short-term insurance to cover your vehicles against theft and accident. No use to buy a car, the next day it is stolen, and you now find yourself paying installment of a car that is gone. Medical aid or hospital insurance. You have invested a lot in your education. You need to take care of your health so that you can continue to be productive. Disability protection covers you in the event that you cannot work temporarily or permanently due to an accident, illness, or injury. Dread disease protection covers you in the event of being diagnosed with critical illness such as cancer, stroke, or heart illness. Impaired cover protection benefits are intended to protect you against potential loss of income as a result of functional impairment. A life protection cover will cover you and your family in the event of death, protecting you against financial impact that will have on you surviving. If one is to be deceased without any assets, any protection, the taxman still want you to pay tax for your grave. The death of the deceased person falls on the survivors. So you need to cover those things. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, you know these people who sell funeral cover, they will always come to you and say, should you die, what is going to happen? I say this morning, should you live, plan for that eventuality. Once more, congratulations to you on your achievement, and may you be successful and also make others to succeed. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Ngwenya, for reminding us of these basic fundamental life skills to grow our assets and to continue to invest in ourselves. Indeed, when we work hard enough, assert ourselves, we can shape the world to our desires. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start with the conferment of degrees and diplomas, may I kindly request you not to leave the hall before the end of the ceremony. By virtue of the powers entrusted in me, I shall now proceed to confer the degrees and diplomas of the university on the candidates whose names appear in the program, and I request the representatives of the colleges to present the candidates to me.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Honours. Thandi Mvinjwa. Colette Natalie Vandan. Zamokuhle Zilani. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Administration Honours. Neshia Ampalavan. Octavia Bongega Blose. Sanele Sbusiso Mbata. Silindile Sylvia Ngwabe.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Education. Sinead Page Bendel. Maureen Hamilton. Thelma Caroline Koza. Okay, Pindile Preeti Mzimela. The degree is obtained with distinction. Figile Promise Ngubane. Jabulisiwe Nonkululeko Biela. Nompilo Blose. Sibusisiwe Aneliswa Chili. Yes. Sadi. I can't help you. You must get your moment. Deben, are you here? Deben, are you here? Sadia Shirin DeVos. Nomalungelo Faith Dlamini. Zandile Khelile Dlamini. Sithembile Brenda Dube. Thelile Zothile Dube, Nompumelelo Duma, Nelisiwe Kambushe, Nonjabulo Goodness Gavu, Zinhle Ntombiningi Gazu, Nompikelelo Mbali Gumbi, Madam Vice Chancellor, please allow me to remind the audience that this is the mother of all professions. So I expect excitement. Silindile Hlengimpilo Gumede, Sindisile Clarion Gumede, Witness Ngobile Hlongwane, Babalwa Precious Jojo, Nompumelelo Grace Kubheka, Wentomfuthi, traffic. I think I know why she's running away. Listen to the name, Tomfuthi Heavy Girl Kunene. Nontobeko Khethiwe Lushozi, Lungelo Noxolo Magwaza, Lungile Sanele Mahlangu, Bongani Manzini, Khanyisile Nomasonto Makhanya, Bongumusa Mfanozi Musa Wenkosi Masinga, Nompumelelo Thobile Mathe, Ayakazi Mavukuthu. Slindile Felicia Mazibuko. Phindile Bridget Mbanjwa. Sithulile Mbatha. Nonyamezelo Yolanda Mbokazi. Nozipho Sithandiwe Mcoyi. Nonhlanhla Brenda Mfaba. Yeah. Sibongile Promise Mkwaba. Sindisiwe Cynthia Mhlophe. Happy Ayanda Mkhize. Mzokhona Robert Mkhize.
Nonjabulo Ayanda Mkhize. Camera. Nombuso Sihle Mlambo. Phumelelo Clearance Mlambo. Kollega Puritans Mngonyama. Buyile Mnguni. Nombuso Ntokozo Mpontshana. Buya sis. Isithombe. Bheka camera. Zabathembu Praiseworth Mthembu. Hamba sisi. Phumla Mtonjana. Nosipho Bridget Mieni. Unomthandazo Mzobe. Bheka ikhamera ke. Nomthandazo Mzobe. Xolile Cynthia Mzobe. Mthandeni Praise God Ndimande. Nonkululeko Thembeka Nene. Thanda Njabulo Nene. Zinhle Tina Ngcobo. Sindiswa Joyce Ngongo. Nothemba Novungwana. Nozipho Jinfa Ngcele. Amanda Angel Nxumalo. Nelile Gloria Nxumalo. Thathi isigqoko. Thathi isigqoko. Thatha negama lakho. Awuzwaki, siyabonga. Camera. Zandile Thusiwe Nzuza. Siphumelelo Noluthando Radebe. Wenza uJesu. Nontobeko Nosipho Seme. Lucia Bongiwe Shangase. Nomfundo Shelembe. Nosipho Shizeyana. Sarika Singh. Ernest Sinzi. The camera. Nontobeko Nokubonga Sithole. Nokuthula Thusi. Yeah, ngikhohlwa. Fear. Ithathile. Luthfia Timol. Akathathanga. Just a second, please. Go back to your box. Okay, may you move a little bit for her? Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, phambili kancane ngene eboxini. Awuzwaki. Thank you. Camera. Luthfia Timol. Mxolisi Zama. Nomcebo Mbalenhle Zondi. Promise Sinenhlanhla Zondi. Tobile Ayanda Zondo. Ntando yenkosi Zulu.
I'm coming late.
I beg your pardon?
I'm late.
Oh, are you late? That's fine. No problem. Ngena lapho and look at the camera. Sibekezelo Ngobese. Okay, go into the box and look at the camera. Senelisiwe Shiepi Lungile Zwane.
Jueria Bemath. Kashan Bajan. Eunice Zibuyile Dlamini. Hlanzeka Angel Dlamini. Ntombikhona Dlamini. Phakamani Evans Dlamini. Yeah, you are right. It's too bright. Yes. Sibusiso, praise God. Gumbi. Thabisile Phumzile Hlatshwayo. Sinenhlanhla Precious Khoso. Mfanelo Khulani Khumalo. Sujata Lalchan. You said you're going to dance. Okay, all right. Take a deep breath. Relax. Tolitemba Answer Langa. Eta. It's your moment, relax. Nhlanhla Blessing Lambert. Kalitambu. Talita Mbuku. Fezile Mhlongo. Nonette. Boisile Nonette Mkize. Zandile Nguni Zana Mnguni. Sithabile Roberta Msomi. Jabulile. Did you take a picture? Did you pose? How did you pose? Jabulile Happiness Ndlovu. Lindokuhle Lungise Zakhe Ndlovu. Nondumiso Ngobese. Anita Nkosingizwile Nkosi. Xolani Ayanda Sibiya. Ayanda Cynthia Taylor Skeka. Oh. Noziphiwo Songqisho. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor Saisha Subramani receives a degree with distinction. Give it to her. Sabelweni Tusi. Give it to her. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the showstopper, Nontobeko Zama.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Sipesihle Chonko receives the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration. Sorry? You watch out. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Nokulunga Gudazi, Ntombifuthi Ketia Mkonza, Pindile Tabisile Mngube. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the degree obtained with distinction. Malusi Brian Mufukeng. Shavani Subramanian.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received a degree of Bachelor of Social Work. Rose Noxolo Dube. Liziwe Judith Matigizela. Bongekile Purit Makanya. Lindiwe Clarice Mbatha.
Wait.
Nomusa Nokulunga Gladys Mbatha. Qondisiwe Fundokuhle Mthembu. Nomasonto Charity Ngobo. Sushila Pillay. You can go, Sushila. Yes. Nokubonga Charity Shabalala. Zinhle Slindile Sibiya. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received a degree of Bachelor of Nursing Science. Nomthandazo Gloria Mthetho. Prudence Pumzile Shezi. Okay. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received a degree of Bachelor of Arts. Tabasam Bukas. Praise Paige Lee Bernardine Caswell. Tembelihle Fortunate Langisa. Nontsikelelo Samgelisiwe Dube. Neville Mark Griffiths. Michaela Chanel Julius. Nampumelelo Sandra Kanyile. Sina phela. Yep. Now. Ntomfuthi Nomusa Mahlobo. Amanda Kenneth Makowa. Christ Wish Samantha Mapuranga. Andile Phumelele Mavundla. Kwendlu Jesu. Sizolinda kancane imali. Yeah. Nolwazi Mbatha. Hamba ke baby girl. Ngene photo. Yeah, but shona lapha esitulweni. Nondumiso Sibahle Mkhwanazi. Saziso Mngomezulu. Vivesha Monsami. Gugulethu Siphesihle Mthembu. Hamba. Siphesihle. Yeah. Hamba phela. So. Thank you. Come on. Nomcebo Princess Mthethwa. Asimlungu. Ikamera lapha. Uyalapha eboxini. Nosihle Cleopatra Mtshali. Kamera ne. Mbali Sithabile Mzizi. Sina phela. Perisha Rambali Nanan. Siphesihle Brian Ncayana.
Sina phela oh. Uzosina awuna chance. Ngene boxini.
Zine Beauty Ndaba.
Hamba. Ens camera ne? Ngena boxini.
Temsile Ruth Ndlovu Sibisi.
Nje asimlinde kacule thatha camera. Ngene boxini ya.
Fariso Nekweba.
Uzosina. Uzosina ke? Yeah.
Fortunia Zama Ngamu.
Hamba ke. Sina. Kwenza uJesu asemlindene.
Well. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Ntomfuthi Nonjolo, degree obtained with distinction.
Congratulations. Camera ke ne?
Thandeka Nomfundo Njingila,
Nakho sis. Hamba make it. Hamba. Thank you. Wasila shake ne? Yeah, camera ne? Let's wait a little bit if the noise. Yeah, okay. Take it.
Wasila Sheikh,
Thank you. Camera ne?
Thandazo Nozipho Shezi.
Camera ne? Ngene boxini.
Smangele Sinethemba Skakhani.
Wait. Let's just wait so that the noise dies down.
Smangele Sinethemba Skakhani.
Mboma. Thank you. Ngene boxini.
Nokukhanya Bright Zinhle Sikhosana. Anele Charlotte Xabendlini.
Abendlini ne? Camera ne? Camera. Ime eboxini, ngena eboxini sis. Ngena phakathi.
Ayanda Portia Zulu.
Nayikat. Yeah. Okay.
Ntando Yenkosi Ruth Zwane.
Thank you. Okay, let's just wait a little bit.
Bianca Bemen.
Okay, you can go. Oh, done. Okay. Thank you, cameraman.
Melusi Mduduzi Mtungwa.
Okay, let's just wait for the messages.
Uzosina nawe na?
Kayakazi Ndava.
Okay.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Pritim Jolie receives the Bachelor of Education.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates, or the diploma candidates rather, will now be introduced to you. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the postgraduate diploma. Siqinekile Mahanye. Mbali Nontobeko Mbele. Alice Nomsa Ngumalo.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma in the College of Human Sciences. Thandeka Siphesihle Buthelezi. Sindisiwe Mathula.
On the box. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma in the College of Economic and Management Sciences. Makosazana Mpungose. Gugu Nkomo. Simangele Sokela. 19. Sorry. Okay. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Ayanda Sengani received the National Diploma.
Let us take this opportunity to congratulate our graduates this morning. A round of applause, please. the amount of celebration and the spirit of joy. I know you can do better than that. I felt it this morning. Congratulations. How does it feel? There's a gentleman who said yes. Is that how it feels? Yes. Well done. Until the onset of the coronavirus pandemic, we understood ourselves to be living in a VUCA world. VUCA stands for volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. The world was in a constant state of flux. We were facing multiple uncertainties whilst being increasingly interconnected and digital. The COVID-19 pandemic experience has moved us to a Barney world. Barney is a term created by a futurist, Jamais Cassio. It means that we find ourselves globally in a world that is brittle, filled with anxiety, is non-linear, and highly incomprehensible. Professor Ngwenya shared with us this morning some of the life skills we can take with us in this Barney world. The virus and other events, such as the floods we experienced here in KwaZulu-Natal earlier this year, have shown us that we are susceptible to catastrophe at any time. We are living on the edge, and this creates a sense of urgency and informs our decision-making. Recent events seem disconnected and disproportionate. If you don't create a well-defined structure for yourself in all aspects of your life, it is increasingly difficult to navigate the challenges we are facing. Life is happening amidst all our best laid plans. And perhaps the most sobering in this Barney world is that these disconnected events we're experiencing seem incomprehensible. It is clear we don't have all the answers, and therefore we don't have control over everything. And so how do you chart your next endeavor as you transition to the next phase of your life? Well, let's take inspiration from the essence of Malcolm Gladwell's book, Outliers. Your success is a sum of many different events, contributions of all the different family members who ululated and danced for you this morning. It is built through consistent and deliberate practice. So as you venture forward, armed with the knowledge through your qualification, practice these new skills that you have acquired with focus and determination. Get feedback about your progress. That is what will propel you to success. Secondly, understand your unique features and use them to your full advantage. What I like most about the book, David and Goliath, is that it's not either or. It's about knowing which of your aspects can win in a certain scenario. In the Bible story that we've read many years ago as kids, if you practice Christianity, David was smaller and thus nimble. Goliath was enormous and intimidating. There are pros and cons in that which is you, but only you can use those aspects to your advantage. So, invest in knowing yourself. See your strength so that you can leverage those strengths. Lastly, I think to flourish in this bunny world, work on building relationships. Be a person who listens and communicates very well. This will help you to successfully engage with different people and different groups and grow your ability for self-awareness and your capacity to infer how others are thinking and feeling. Being relatable means you are able to interact and enable coordination through communicating information, facilitating the exchange of ideas, building teams, and identifying and solving problems. A recent study reported in the Harvard Business Review found that since 2007, more and more companies recruiting for C-suite roles are prioritizing this aspect of soft skills. With these thoughts, I say to you, congratulations once more. I thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, now that you have graduated, you have become part of the Unisa alumni. You are now part of the illustrious circle of excellence. We encourage you to pursue the next level of your studies. Those who received the diplomas, we would love to hear watch you dance with joy as you receive your degree. Those who receive degrees, we want to see you get your honors. My fellow colleagues and I would be thrilled to congratulate you as you get your master's and even your doctorate. All the ululation will be worth it. Your responsibility is to contribute and help define tomorrow. There are many things that you can do to help shape the future in the service of humanity. You can become an e-tutor, continue your lifelong journey with the College of Graduate Studies, and produce knowledge that will help societies. Lastly, you can donate to the University of South Africa Bursary Fund by using our online platform, www.unisa.ac.za, and go to the donate button. As a worthy graduate of this university, we are sure that you realize the value of your diploma or degree, and therefore wish to provide other deserving students with an opportunity to study further. Come on, become a part of hashtag Circle of Excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, after this announcement, I would like you to rise for the singing of the national anthem, the words of which are to be found on the last page of the program, and to remain standing after the anthem to enable me to dissolve the congregation. You are also requested to remain standing while the academic procession leaves the hall. We may stand for the singing of the national anthem.